back to my channel. I am doing another reading vlog this week. Yay! Pretty much same as last time. I'm just gonna be reading and kind of documenting like what I'm reading and how I feel about it and etc. I just want to start off. Today's Monday and I'm starting with, I already read today. I just decided right now, I've already been home from work for like a couple hours, but I decided to now just start this vlog for the week. I was gonna start tomorrow and kind of just like cheat it and do like Tuesday through Sunday, but I think I'm just gonna do Monday through Saturday now and just kind of put this today in because I read so much earlier that I can talk about right now, and I just am in the mood to like read the rest of the night, so that should be fun. I am currently in the middle of Unravel Me, which is the second in the Shatter Me series, and I'm loving it. If you know what I'm talking about, I just today got introduced to Aaron, who Aaron is, Aaron Warner, so I'm so excited. I was very much one of those people where I started Shatter Me and I was like, who is this Adam person? Like, because I've seen on TikTok all about Aaron and the Shatter Me series and how like he's like so awesome, and so I'm like, who is Adam? And I kept thinking in my head like maybe Adam will be Aaron, like I don't know, but I just got revealed like who Aaron is, and I'm so excited. I'm hoping that the romance kind of continues, and I'm just really liking it. Things are happening, so it's very good. And then I got about like 100 pages. I was sitting outside, and then currently right now I'm also reading The Great Undoing by Jessa Hastings, which is the second Daisy Hates book in the Magnolia Parks universe, and I am obsessed with this book already. Like I've put off reading this, so I did like a reading vlog where I read the first 3 that she's released so far for the Magnolia Parks universe, and I was putting off reading The Great Undoing just because like I wanted to like draw out my time in the universe, and I didn't want to like read all 4 of them and then have nothing else to read before she releases a new one. And I couldn't resist. Like I expected myself to not read this for a long time, like not till like closer, like not till she announces when she's gonna release the 2nd or the 5th Magnolia Parks. So I've just kind of been waiting, and I just decided to start it anyways. And I'm annotating it, and I'm just gonna read it as slowly as possible and just kind of draw it out as much as I can because I'm just obsessed with this. Like the second I started it, I was like, oh my gosh, like this is how it is for me with these books. Like I get so obsessed. It's kind of unhealthy. But you know, I'm just gonna breeze past that. It's just not long enough. It's only like 430 pages, and that's just gonna break my heart. And I already like had these same feelings again about Christian and Daisy. Like, oh, I'm just thrown back in. The first page I read, I'm thrown back in to these characters. And it makes me want to reread the first 3, but I just read them. Like literally 2 months ago. I cannot do that. I have so many other books to read. I've never even read ACOTAR. I have other things to do, okay? But these books just have me in a freaking chokehold. There's that. And this. And I'm just gonna be probably tonight. I'm mostly gonna be reading Unravel Me because I really want to finish it tonight, honestly. I only have a little over 200 pages left. So, and these pages go pretty quick for me. They're just they're like so easy to read that I read them pretty quickly. So I think I might be able to finish it tonight. So yeah, that's exciting, and I'm excited to film, and I hope that this vlog is enjoyable. So yeah, let's get into it. Hello, so it's a couple hours later and I did finish Unravel Me. Stop. I did not expect for the things that are happening to be happening, and I don't want to like give spoilers or anything, but I actually had tears like coming down my face, and I didn't think I was gonna be like that emotional about these characters so early on in the series, but definitely I'm feeling attached already to these characters. Like, these are the kind of characters that I love so much. Like, characters that I feel like I know because of things that they've gone through. Like, I don't know, there's just something about Juliet. Like, I know her. I feel like I'm inside her head so much. And maybe it has to do with, like, her diaries and, like all the trauma that she went through and, like, all the things that happened to her. But, like, I feel like I know her. So, like, when things happen to her, like, I feel like they're happening to me. And I feel like that's just the best way to read. Like, I was so invested in the story, like time was slipping by. Like I even had a moment when I stopped and I was like, whoa, this isn't real life. Like, this is just a book. Like, this is just words on a page. But I was so invested that like my mind was, I was there, I was in the world. So it was just such a good reading experience. So then I moved on to Fracture Me, which is a novella in between Unravel Me and Ignite Me, and that was good. It was only like 90 pages, so I finished that pretty quickly. And then I'm about to start Ignite Me, and it's just, I'm so excited. This is my favorite cover, I think, so far. Like, I just love the flowers and the colors. This is definitely my favorite one so far. I haven't really looked at the other covers, but I'm so excited. So here we go. I just want so much more of Aaron all day long. Happy Tuesday. I am about to start reading. Let's see. I don't know, like, I really don't remember like what I last talked about, but this is, I got to like page 100 almost page 100 in Ignite Me. And I think I'm gonna start annotating it. I might go back and like kind of reread the first 100 pages and like annotate it completely, because I'm realizing that I just think I should. Like, there's so many things I want to underline and so many things I want to mark, so I'm just gonna do that. And okay, can we just talk about how beautiful this is? I think I said that in the last clip, but oh my gosh. This is definitely my favorite cover. I don't want to put any spoilers in this vlog, and I think that this book is so full of things that change constantly. Like, the series is constantly changing, so there are a lot of spoilers, so it's gonna be hard for me to kind of talk about this week. But I do want to say that I am enjoying these books so much. I just made a playlist for them because I'm gonna listen to music while I read now, and I'm just like gonna devour this book. I'm honestly hoping to finish it tonight because I'm just gonna read the rest of the day. I'm just gonna read all day because I've been thinking about it all day today at work. Like, I went to work for a couple hours this morning, and all I thought about on the way there was this book, and all I thought about the whole time I was there was this book. And I just been like so excited to read. I like went to the grocery store so fast and like worked out so quickly so I could start reading, and I'm just so excited. So here we go. So I just finished Ignite Me, and my tabs are kind of insane. I tabbed so much. I don't think that this book, I will survive having finished this. Like, I read it and maybe like, I don't know when the last time I filmed was, but I think it's around like 9 o'clock. So I finished it pretty quickly, and I rated it a 5-star. That's all I'm gonna say. It's just so good. So I didn't realize that this author was originally only supposed to make this series a trilogy. So apparently the last 3 books are like an additional trilogy basically to the original trilogy. So like, I'm so happy that she wrote more books because I'm obsessed with these characters. But yeah, this ended very well, and I can tell that it like ended in a way where it could have been just like a trilogy. But I am happy that she's added on. I have more books to read, so yay! I'm so happy that I read this. So amazing. So now I'm gonna start Restore Me. Probably not tonight, just because I just read so much and I don't know if I really want to read anymore. I might read a little bit of Daisy H just because I just want to read about Daisy and Christian, so maybe I'll read a little bit of that, but nothing too serious. And yeah, maybe I'll start this tomorrow. So that'll be like my goal. I'll be excited for tomorrow to start this. Maybe I'll read it. I work longer tomorrow, so I don't know if I'll be able to finish like all of this tomorrow, but I might be able to read like half or something like that, depending on how good it is and how attached I am to it. So yeah, I mean, the reason why I read Restore Me or Ignite Me in one day was because it was just so good. Like, I was just waiting for something to happen the whole time, and then it did happen, and I just like couldn't stop reading, and I was crying, and I was laughing, and I was excited, and so many things were happening. So basically, yes, go read this series if you want to have a good time. All right. Okay, happy Wednesday. I have been home for a couple hours now, so I've been reading outside and tanning. I just took a shower, and now I'm gonna be reading in my room, and it's kind of too hot outside for me to keep reading outside. Like, I was sweating trying to read out there, and it's just not like an easy way for me to focus. Like, I don't really get a lot of reading done. I got to like page 130 in Restore Me, and I'm liking it so far. I'm really not tabbing as much. There's really not a lot to tab so far, and I'm hoping like the drama and the juiciness like ramps up now that I'm like 130 pages in. Maybe it'll start getting more juicy. I like saw a spoiler on TikTok about something that happens in this book, and I've been just like so excited for it to happen. So I'm just like waiting for that to kind of go down, and I'm loving it. I absolutely adored the series so far, and I'm just killing it reading these books. Like, I'll probably read the whole thing tonight. Just love it so much. Like, I cannot believe that I picked this week to vlog while I'm reading this series because I'm getting so much reading done. And I feel like it sucks because I really can't talk about it a lot. Like, that's the thing about series, is like everything is a freaking spoiler. So I just like want to say things like about how I feel like to the camera, but I can't. So I'm just like so frustrated. But I think once I finish this series, I am gonna read ACOTAR. I don't know, I feel like this is my time to like really bust out some of the more popular series that I haven't read, because I'm really, really, really in the mood to just like read so much that I feel like now is the time to read books where I'm gonna be like, I know I'm gonna love ACOTAR. I mean, I just know it. I have a feeling. I love fantasy romance. And I love just anything that TikTok says. I always love the TikTok books. So I am just so happy that I started reading this. Like, if you have not read the series, please go read it. I'm not kidding. Please go read it. Like, I have never been so obsessed with characters since Magnolia Parks. Like, these characters fall second to Magnolia Parks for me, and that's a big deal because Magnolia Parks is like my ultimate like series I've ever read. So I think that this is coming in the very close second, and that's exciting. Woo! Maybe ACOTAR will overtake Shatter Me once I read it, but I haven't read it yet, so I don't know yet. Like, I have to read, I don't have to, but I want to read the third in the Mortal Instrument series, City of Glass, and I honestly like don't want to read it. Like, I'm dreading reading it. I just don't have any attachment to those characters. Not like I have the attachment to Juliet and Aaron. Like, they are just so good. Okay, here I go. More reading, let's go. Okay, it's later that night, or tonight, Wednesday night, and I finished Restore Me. It was amazing. I rated it a 5-star. These are my tabs. I don't know why I did blue and purple. For some reason, when I was like picking out my tab colors, I thought this eye was blue. It's green. And I don't know why I did purple. I should have done green and blue, because it's like green and blue in the eye. But I don't know what I was thinking. 10 out of 10. Just ignore my hair. But just amazing. I cried. I laughed. I was shocked, I was sad, all the things. There was some twists and turns in this book that I was not expecting, that just knocked me off my feet, that just completely changed the storyline, and I really liked it. I think there's so many things that this author does so well to keep the reader invested, and for a YA, in my opinion, YA has never really been my thing. These books are redeeming YA for me. So there's that. I don't have anything else to say other than I probably won't be continuing to read this tonight. For some reason, I don't really want to read Daisy Hates either. I don't know if it's just because I want to just keep reading this series and I won't be satisfied to read another book until I finish. So maybe tonight, like, once I take a little break, I'm gonna take like an hour and a half, maybe watch some TV, and then I'll come back to Defy Me and maybe I'll start it. But I just ordered the novella set, like the combined novella book that has the novella in it that goes between this book and Defy Me. And I don't really want to read Defy Me until I've read the novella, because I feel like if I go back, and maybe I can just start Defy Me and it really won't matter. And I can always just read the novella tomorrow when it comes in, because it comes in tomorrow. But I don't know what to do. I just want to keep going. I don't want it to stop. I don't think I've ever read books that have kept me so invested for so many books. This is book 5, or no, this is book 4. Not kind of novella book. And I can't get enough. Still, can't get enough. It's amazing. It really is amazing. Wish me luck. This series is gonna break my heart. I know it. So, oh my gosh, this is what's like having cats. So I made my coffee this morning, and I didn't even film it. Like, I was like, oh, I set my camera, I was gonna film, and then I poured it without filming. So I'm like refusing to ever drink coffee without eating first. So I'm eating one of these. It's like crack an egg in it. It's probably not very healthy, but happy been off today. I've been reading all day outside, getting my tan on, and it's been going really well. I read probably about like 50 pages of Daisy Hates The Great Undoing, which for me is a lot because I'm reading so slowly and underlining and annotating, so that was quite a lot. It took me like a couple hours to read that, or like maybe an hour or two. And then I read like 70 pages of Defy Me and loving that. It's flying by. Like, those books just go so quick, so they're so easy to read. I was listening to music and sweating outside and eating ice creams. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I might update later, like when I read some more. I'm going to go eat dinner and then I'll probably read some more this evening. And I'm doing some updating to my reading room. Well, not really updating, but more like adding to my reading room. I'm getting another bookshelf, I'm getting a new carpet, and I am getting a big floor mirror because I have this wall that's like in between my closet and my bathroom that I could really easily put a floor mirror at, and I really need one there because since my closet's there, whenever I try on outfits, I don't have like a mirror look in, because I have a mirror in my bedroom, like down the hall, but it's kind of a small mirror and I have to move it into the other room to even see out of it, so it's like, I should just get a floor mirror for that room. So it'd be cute to like take pictures with too. So hey guys, welcome to the end of this vlog. This is actually like a week later from the last like day that I filmed for this vlog. So what happened was, I think the last thing I talked about was Defy Me. Yes. So I think last time I wrote Defy Me, I finished Defy Me and I think I rated it a 3-star. It was pretty good. I finished it the next day after that clip I filmed. So here's kind of what happened. I never ended up reading the novella set between Defy Me and Restore Me. I just never read it. I don't know what my problem was. I just don't think I really... Okay, the reason why I didn't want to read them is because they're from Kenji's perspective. They're not from Warner or Juliet's perspective. So I was like, I don't really feel the need to read this because I was already kind of feeling like the last 3 books in the series weren't keeping me as interested. So what happens in Defy Me and Imagine Me, there's just a lot of like changes that are happening in these two, the last 2 in the series, and you just aren't seeing as much of like the romance, or the storyline just gets like very chaotic, and I kind of agree with some people when they say that it gets a little bit repetitive, because it does. I think you could easily read the first trilogy and be like, okay, yeah, that great storyline, amazing. And you could read the second set, like the last 3 books, and be like, oh yeah, basically the same thing. I didn't even really tab much. There wasn't much to tab. I really loved these books though. Like, I was happy that I read the series so much. Could I just have read the first 3? Yeah, I would have been fine without reading the last 3, but in a general way, I liked these books. These were both 3 stars for me. The last 2 were both 3 stars. I haven't read Believe Me, I think is the last novella that comes after Imagine Me, and I know that's from Warner's perspective, so maybe I'll read that. I liked how this ended. I'll be honest, I pretty much skimmed a lot of this book. Now, if you know what I'm talking about, there's things that are happening in this book that are just kind of out of character for a main character, if that makes any sense. Like, a lot of things are happening to her and she's very different in this book, and I really didn't like that. I wasn't really interested in her or anything that was happening in this book. The perspective that I wanted, I wasn't really getting, and there's just like so much is happening and so many bad things are happening, and it's a little bit overwhelming. I loved it, but I wish that it could have been from a different perspective. Like, the storyline was good, I just wanted to be from Warner's perspective or Juliet's more than it was. A lot of Kenji, which, don't get me wrong, Kenji's a great character, but he's just not who I wanted to hear from. So they're good, really good books. I mean, this author did a fantastic job creating a stark world, a beautiful world. Well, not really a beautiful world, but a very easy to imagine world. And I flew through this series. So I read Defy Me in 2 days, and then I read Imagine Me in like 3. This was definitely the slow one for me. Definitely slowed me down. I loved the ending. It wrapped up beautifully. I was happy and satisfied. So just general like 3 stars. 3 stars are not bad for me. I think it's just a very like good book. It was a pretty good book. Defy Me was like a 3.5, and Imagine Me was definitely like a 3, solid 3 maybe like a 3.5 as well, just because the ending was really good. Like, I enjoyed the ending, and that could have bumped it up like a half point for me, but definitely no Daisy hates. So I've been reading this the last couple days, and I got to page 144, and it's going really well. It's nothing's really happening, but Jessa Hastings' writing is so good, and I love the character so much that it makes up for it. The fact that there's something going on in the story. I can just read her talk about nothing. Jessa Hastings can literally talk about one thought that one character had one time and make it sound like the most interesting thing you've ever heard. Like, Jessa Hastings just paints these pictures for you with her writing. Like this line, like, oh my god. It says, I couldn't say his name, I still can't. It always stops short in my mouth, like saying it out loud might mean I'm letting some part of him leave me. So I wave vaguely towards the ghost of Kristen Himes that follows me everywhere. Like, oh my god. And she's basically just talking about, like how when she saw him, like, she didn't, like, I don't know. She couldn't say his name when she was, like, talking to somebody because she didn't want to say it out loud. Like, what? Okay, I'm just gonna shut up now, but that's the reason why these books are just so incredible to me. Like, I cannot get over the writing. It's just so beautiful. Okay, so this is the end of the vlog. I am not gonna like vlog anymore because I have a crazy busy weekend, and I just wanted to come on here and wrap up what I read that week. I read pretty much the entire Shatter Me series that week that I vlogged, and it was incredible. 10 out of 10 series. Even though the last part wasn't my favorite, still amazing. Still gonna stay with me forever. Still my second favorite series currently. And we'll see if any other series overtakes that second place spot, but right now these characters definitely hold it. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. Peace out.